It's gonna be available for pre-order April 26th, and the actual release date is gonna be on May the 5th, I believe. Yeah. So if you haven't heard Volume 1, everybody who listens to this interview right now, I highly suggest you to go out and listen to it. It's real dope.
Hit me up, you know I got the vibe. Yeah, flow.
What's good, everybody? We are on The Vibe. I'm your host, DK. Today, we're my man, Bossalini.
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
Doing all right, man. So, if you guys are a fan of The Vibe, and you did watch the Young Lo interview, like I hope you did, you would remember this man, Bossalini, because he popped in there at the end, insert clip here.
Playmaker, the monster on Spirella, my nigga Bossalini.
But Bossalini, man, so obviously, I don't think that's your first name.
No,
so where'd that come from?
I mean, the name comes from exactly how it sounds, Bossalini. You should want to be a boss. You should acquire to be a boss.
Facts.
But the name actually stems from a favorite artist of mine. I don't know if you know him or not, but C Murder, who is currently incarcerated. I believe he came out with the album in 1999, and that basically had a lot of effect on my life, which set the food to my alter ego in a sense.
What about the album had an effect on you?
I mean, did you hear the album?
No, honestly, I've never heard this.
Hear it, and it's going to change your life.
I will definitely listen to it. What's the album called?
It's called Bossalini, brother.
Oh, okay. But what about the album made you? Like, sell it to me real quick.
Basically, just the authenticity he got. He's just real. You know, it's just, if it's authentic, I'm going to gravitate to it. If it's not, I'm not. C Murder, if you know C Murder, you know he authentic. So it's free C Murder, by the way.
So growing up in Baltimore, did you listen to any Baltimore rappers?
I mean, yeah.
But were you really into the Baltimore music scene?
No, I'm to be honest with you, I don't want to.
I mean, you grew up in Baltimore, so what was that like?
I mean, I grew up like any other ghetto child in an impoverished neighborhood. Just to touch off what Lo said in the previous interview, the story is similar but different in a lot of ways. I had lost my mom at an early age, and my dad was incarcerated all my life and still is, currently is incarcerated. So that took a mental toll on me. So unfortunately, I didn't grow up with a two-parent household. So, you know, I grew up idolizing the older guys who, you know, drove the Jaguars and had Benzes parked, not knowing that they was really wrong for having those idols parked in the neighborhood, right? It's brainwashing in a sense. So it just was that domino effect of older guys throwing the fishing rod out, reeling kids in of material items.
A past like that, I mean, that can't be easy, man. I'm sure there's been some lasting effects.
Yeah, I mean, just like I spoke about losing my mom at an early age, that took a big toll on me. So that led to me having depression, and I gotta really send my prayers to anybody who's suffering from that now. If you haven't went through it, or you don't know nobody going through it, you won't really understand it. So, you know, I gotta actually tilt my hat to the kid XX Tentacion, because he spoke about those things in his music. So I gotta tilt my hat with that. And you know, how I got over it basically was just a lot of mental stimulation, and you know, I read a lot, and you know, sit by the water, clear my thoughts, and get a piece of solitude, and you know, keep positive energy around me, and try to be positive in everything I do. So, like I said again, I pray for those who are going through it, and I send my condolences to whoever lost, you know, people who went through it. And yeah, that's how I cope with it, though. Just a lot of positive thinking, because whatever you're going through, you definitely can get over it, man, just by prayer.
So, let's get into it, though. You are a music manager, so you have two artists, correctly, that you manage?
Right, correct.
And they are, I mean, tell me well, they're Young Lo and
yeah, correct. A.F.M. Big Ron.
A.F.M. Big Ron.
Fortunately.
Okay, cool. Yeah. How'd you meet those guys?
I mean, Lo, that's one of my closest friends, one of my best friends. We actually met in school at the age, I don't know how old he was. Lee, how old? 13, 14 around that time?
Middle school?
Probably so, I don't know, but you know, this the drive and the passion that he has is just impeccable, man. So, for instance, he very gritty, he very versatile, and I'll give you a scenario. If we in the studio and I tell him to, you know, go in another studio where the rock is at and just pick their brain and, you know, see what he come up with, he'll come out with a banger. And it's just that consistency he got. Ron, I don't know if you heard him or not. I can let you hear some of his stuff too. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's my little cousin. So when he first started rapping, I thought he was trash. Don't laugh at me on it, but I thought he was trash when he first started rapping. But that's just me just sitting thinking, like, not really listening to him. But when I really sat down and listened to it, he really dope, he gritty. if I gotta compare him to any artist, I had to put him on like Gucci, Pastor Troy, and a little mix of Twister, but you gotta check him out.
Okay, definitely. If you had to compare Young Lo to anybody,
Oh my God. Lo, I had to say, you know how some people want to compare Tupac to everybody. I mean, he got it.
Everybody's Tupac.
Yeah,
but Tupac.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, got a hint of Tupac in him, man. You got a hint of Tupac in him. You got a hint of Tupac, but then he just so versatile that it's not no one like him. It's just a star. They both superstars, and I say that with confidence. So I really can't really compare Lo really to nobody, but if I had to, it's gonna have to be that Pac. So rest in peace, Tupac.
So you saw, I mean, your boy and your cousin, they're kind of getting big in the rapping scene. You think they're gonna take off? And then what made you want to jump into the management field?
I mean, if I didn't think they would jump off, then I wouldn't invest in it, right?
Of course. I mean, yeah.
So, but to answer your question on what made me jump into music scene, like the music really not the passion of mine. You know, I'm always was more of the business side of things. So if I can just get my foot in the door and just leave the door open so others can come behind me, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, but growing up, all my friends used to say, you know, you got a real good ear for talent, but my philosophy on that was I never really like to ride around, listen to what everyone was listening to, or walk around, listen to what everybody was listening to. So I kind of gravitated to underground artists. So that was my one-up on that. But, you know, music is real therapeutic in a sense, but I can't really stress to you enough how it's not really my passion.
It's just a way to make money.
Somewhat.
I mean, like, it's just you see it as a money opportunity. Right?
Somewhat.
Like, it's a business you can get. Oh, so, because, like, I mean, do you care about music management?
Of course, of course.
I'm just trying to get a feel. So
of course, bro.
You're just saying you're not really interested in being an artist.
Of course.
They're
Unfortunately, I can't put lyrics to a beat, so.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's me. I love music. I love the music industry, but unfortunately, I'm not musically inclined.
Correct.
So, you will catch me on this podcast. But talk to me about what's going on next, man. Honestly, I'm sure you have a lot of stuff going on.
I want to start a media company, which is basically going to be SSR Media, which is my mother initials, which is Sharon Shanice Russell, where short and long form content, which basically is a branch off the TV and film, not necessarily me, you know, want to act in a movie or star in a TV show, but just me, you know, branching out, trying to the director side and trying to pivot all I can learn from it, build a solid team, and also acquire multimedia assets and digital assets, because it's all about consuming products. And another thing is, you know, we got Young Lo, Playmaker the Monster Volume 2, so if he can come give a brief introduction.
Yeah, let's get Young Lo over here. Hello, everybody. You might remember this pretty face from the Young Lo interview.
Already.
I'll put the link in the description. You should definitely check it out.
What it is, fool? How you feel? Cool, man.
So you got the mixtape coming out here soon?
Yeah, Young Lo, Playmaker the Monster 2.0. Coming with that raw shit, just some new shit for y'all, man. Kicking the flavor, man. You already know how we vibe.
It's gonna be available for pre-order April 26th, and the actual release date is gonna be on May the 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard Volume 1, everybody who listens to this interview right now, I highly suggest you to go out and listen to it. It's real good.
A straight banger, play it straight through. You already know I'm coming.
You know how it is. All right, fellas.